Okay, good morning. PCT Oregon day 8. I'm about 2.5 miles in for my day. It was really windy this morning at my campsite, and then almost all the way to here. It's been windy on and off, so I didn't think you'd be able to hear much. Yeah, it's been a lot of uphill so far. I actually camped, let's see, right between that and that, so like right in that center saddle there. I thought the trail was going to go up there, but it actually came across this side, and then tons of switchbacks and all that up. But yeah, just been a ton of climbing today. I was really hopeful that my calf and my knee on my right side would not feel as bad in the morning, and I think they feel worse. And then the uphill probably doesn't help, but usually whatever I feel first thing in the morning, I walk for a little bit and can walk it away. I don't know if it's just because the continuous uphill, which should be peaking out here pretty soon, and we'll find out, or if it's, just gonna hurt. So hopefully it's just something that throughout the day will work its way out or get a little less. I mean, it's not unbearably painful, it's just really tight right above the knee and then in the calf. So it must have something to do with how I'm stepping or walking. Or terrain under my feet, or hillsides on that, using that foot more or something, I don't know. There was a mile back, like a pond offshoot. It was only like a point something off trail, but I didn't see a sign for it or a trail pulling off for it. And we were pretty high up, so I was surprised that there'd be one without having to go way down low to get water and come back. There's a bunch of, not necessarily reliable, but seasonal springs coming up, or streams. There's like 6 of them on gut hooks, so I'm sure one of them will have water. I decided against putting Zip Fizz in any more water. There's like, I'm trying to think, fruit punch, and there's like I don't know, raspberry lemonade or black raspberry or something. It's in a blue one. Those two have been good. But every other one, even if it's ice cold, maybe I'm diluting it too much because I put it in a full liter, but I don't know that more of Zip Fizz flavor would be good. I think less. And I had grape for the first time last night. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's like, I don't know, it's not even grape. It's worse than grape medicine flavor. It's like rotten grape feet flavor or something, I don't know. And then the orange that I tried before, I couldn't get out of my bottle. Like, I washed it with hot water when I was at the hotel. It still has this like orange tang to whatever water I put in it. So when I try to rinse out, when I get to one of these streams, try to rinse out the bottles and get all the Zip Fizz flavor out. It's supposed to have extra electrolytes and give you energy and I think caffeine. So I've always thought, hey, that's a good idea, and cover up some of the water doesn't taste as good out here, but you can't even drink it. So I don't know if like a powdered Gatorade is the solution, or I don't know, something else that actually has a good flavor. Or maybe there's a different flavor of Zip Fizz and I'll just stick with that. Like just the fruit punch, or just the whatever it was, black raspberry or something, or raspberry lemonade or something. So anyway, but I'm super thirsty, but half my bottle's at Zip Fizz, and I'm not going to dump it out in case I need it, but I'm not going to willingly drink it. So I think it's like another 2 miles till the first stream, and then they come pretty much every mile, if not less than that. So I'm sure one of them will have water, and I'm just going to drink like crazy. I don't know if it's the elevation or the wind or what, but suddenly, like, as soon as it started to get dark yesterday, super thirsty. So anyway, that's the plan. So I'm walking on this shale rock, have been on and off. Still better than the lava rock. It slides a little bit, but they're like flatter, so it's not as bad. But the views have been awesome today. But this is the first time I haven't had just gusting wind. And I went back and watched one of my videos from, I think, day 1 on like a very minor amount of wind. Like, you can't even, that's all you hear. You can't hear anything. So try to avoid filming too much in the wind, but of course some of the best views are up high in the wind, but not right here. So hopefully my leg feels better. Hopefully one of those streams soon has good flowing water. It tastes good. I don't know about the plan to Crater Lake today. It's 20 miles, but if my leg continues to get worse throughout the day, I don't know. So if it's more, if this is the most uphill I'm gonna have to do all day, I'm not too bad. But if I have more, I check the elevation for the rest of the day. If I have more throughout, it could be a little iffy. Get up, wind's starting to pick up. I'm gonna try to stand up and head down the trail. Okay, so good news and bad news. Good news, the mosquitoes have pretty much disappeared, so I feel like it's just because we were next to that 4 mile, 3 mile, whatever it was, lake, or lakes yesterday. Haven't really seen anything at all today. We've gone up in elevation, now we come back down. There's a lot of streams and small ponds down here, and still nothing. So I think we're through them for now. Bad news is my leg is pretty bad. I can still go on it, but it started tight in the calf. It's gone up to tight above the knee, and now downhill is like just torturous on it. It's almost more comfortable when I get in a downhill section to run than take all the little tiny steps you need in a downhill, because at least it hurts, but there's less steps than it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these tiny little steps down the downhill. And right now I'm on a big downhill section and just have to keep taking breaks. I stopped at a stream about 30 miles back and did filtered water and got new water and drank a bunch of water and took some Advil, but it's been 30 minutes and I don't know if it's something Advil can even touch. I know I didn't bring like any like muscle relaxer or whatever, because I think that's what it is, just really, really tight muscle. The problem is it goes from my knee, and now I start to feel it in my right hip by the way I'm walking. So it's like it started down in the feet and up the leg and whatever. Everything's adjusting my stride in the way I step because of the pain, and so it's throwing everything out of whack. And if it goes up the hip and then into the back, then sleeping is going to be impossible, and not to mention walking, and I don't know. So, I don't know. I'm hoping the Advil kills it. If it weren't for that, I mean, I'm behind on miles too. Usually by this time of the day, it's like 10:30. I start at 7, so usually by this time of the day, I'm at least at 7, almost 8 miles, maybe 9. And I'm only sitting at 6, well, under 6, 5.8 or something. So the idea of getting a 20 to getting just outside Crater Lake, unless the Advil kicks in. I mean, if it were flat or even uphill, I know it's awful to say that I want uphill. If it was flat or uphill like this morning, you could feel it, but it wasn't. Just torturous. And as soon as I rounded that corner and went to the downhill section, just everything is way worse. So if it would flatten out, or stay more uphill, but it's just gonna go do both, do all three, all throughout the day. So the downhill is just gonna be torturous. So I'll just keep taking breaks. It feels like when I do a lot of downhill, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter till it's just like this stiff leg you're bringing down the side of the mountain, and that's not good, and that kind of worries me, because I don't want to push and hurt it so bad that it can't recover by just sleeping and giving it rest. At the same time, I kind of am on a timetable. I'd like to get to Shelter Cove by Friday. I might have a friend hiking with me there, so I need to, and I'd even more so love to get there by Thursday early and have all day Thursday to rest. And then he's supposed to meet me on Friday, and we're going to take a lot slower days, a lot smaller days was the plan. Like 4 days he's going to hike with me and do like 10s or less, from Shelter Cove to Elk Lake, and that gives me plenty of time to heal it up. And there's a lot of lakes and ponds and whatever in that whole section, so a lot of places to dip it in cool water and get it to swelling or whatever, get that to go down. But the problem is between here and there, I kind of needed to do a 20 today to get to just before Crater Lake. I kind of needed to do close to a 20 tomorrow to get through Crater Lake. I needed to do close to a 20 to get from, what is it, the highway north 128 or 138 to get through there to Windigo Pass, and I kind of need to do one more 20 to get in on Thursday to Shelter Cove. Now I assumed each day if I could get a little bit of it, 22, 21, gain some, that by that last day it wouldn't be that much in Shelter Cove. But if this doesn't stop, I don't know. It changes all the plans. It's like I could find a spot throughout the day. I'm going to keep an eye on signal. I'm low right now, and so there's no signal at all. But I guess if I got signal and I was over a 10-mile day, so at least 5 more miles, maybe I'm good with that if it's really, really bad. The problem is sleeping on it last night didn't help any. So does another day. I mean, I guess another day of not doing a 20 would help, but that also put me done with my day at like 1 o'clock and have to deal with the heat of the day. I mean, if I find a spot, it'll stay shaded, but if I don't have service and just sit in there all freaking day in the tent, or all freaking day wherever, I don't know. I don't like it. And I don't think it was anything like yesterday that I did. It was I mean, not that the 21-mile day is a long day, but I did a 20 the day before. I was coming off a day of rest. I felt good all day yesterday. The uphill came cool and easy. The miles came, I mean, besides the last little bit searching for a camp spot, everything came simple. So I don't feel like I pushed too hard. Yesterday, I mean, fast to get out of the mosquitoes at the end and fast to get to camp, but never like I felt like I was twisting ankles or, you know, pulling muscles or whatever to do it. So I'm going to sit here for another minute, have a drink of water, and then attempt the rest of this downhill. At least get through that. There's an uphill section, get through that. There's a flat section, and then see on the next downhill how far away that is and how it's feeling. If I just got to take more rest, I guess. Usually only take rest on the super long uphills, but maybe I need to do on the downhills now. Problem is it just stiffens up. It's not like you rest it like, now it's better for a while. So sitting stiffens it. Taking it down trail stiffens it. I don't know what's... When I filter water, I use my water bladder, the dirty water bladder, and just set it on my knee, the cool water right out of the stream, and that felt really nice. I don't know that it helped any. It still stood up and was super stiff or whatever. I also found a rock the last place I stopped, a really big, cool rock, and just kneaded out my calf, kneaded out my ankle. Every place that was sore hurt so bad, but just kneaded it out, seeing if I could just get it and the knot to come out or get it to relax or something. But even if any of that makes progress, then you're right back on trail, bang, 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 banging it all the way down the trail again, and it's going to tighten back up. So, yeah, frustrating. Not that I can't replan and not that things can't change or whatever, but after such a good day yesterday and making such good progress towards the goal, getting to where I want to be when I want to be and getting some rest there, this is an unfortunate setback. Okay, onward. Okay, more good news and bad news. Good news. Shortly after the last video, either the Advil kicked in, or I've been kind of trying to adjust my walking stance, so keep the right leg really stiff and stretched, and it stretches both the calf and up higher on the thigh. Especially in the downhill, I keep my leg as straight as possible, try not to bend it. So it gives me definitely a funny walk, and if anyone comes up from behind, they're gonna wonder what the heck. But it helps a lot with the pain of it. So it hasn't gone away, it's still there. But I've come to a lot more flat and uphill sections, so it feels better there. I'm just really careful on the downhill to keep that leg straight. I don't know if it hurts less because I'm not banging against it, or if it hurts less because I'm actually stretching that muscle. So good news is, whatever it is, that leg feels better and I've been able to keep going. Bad news is I'm coming into a section here, a burn section, that is going to be really exposed, and not heat of the day, but pretty darn close. It's like almost 2. So it's like a 4-mile section. The sun's just there's not gonna be a lot of shade, and the sun's just gonna be beating down. So yeah, that's fun. The other thing is water. Between here and Crater Lake, there's one spring, but it's not reliable. So it might have it, it might not. It's in the middle of that exposed section. It is exposed itself, and it's down from the trail. So the combination of out in the sun, downhill, have to go back uphill. I mean, I'm still good. I still got least a leader between the two. The problem is the next water isn't until Crater Lake, and where I'm at now, I think I'm still like 15 miles from Crater Lake. So at my speed, which is kind of adjusted right now, I wouldn't be getting there till like 8 or 8:30. And then I don't know if I don't have signal yet, or haven't had most of the day. I don't know if the restaurant will be open till 8:30, which means, you know, cold drinks and all that. Plus, I think it's a $5 fee to camp there. I don't know if that's just a drop box, or you have to be there by a certain hour. Also, a reason to get there early. How many hikers are there? There might be no spots. I don't want to go all the way there. Hike 20 plus some miles again today, and have the restaurant closed, have no signal, and not be able to find a place to camp, and have past the spot that at least I could camp and might have signal at a higher elevation. So, still trying to debate on what to do. But now it's into the burn section, so as fast as I can for 3 miles, I try to get through that and get that done. Maybe take a break on the other side if it's really bad, and then game plan again based on mileage. So, wish me luck.